What's up, my dudes? Creative Chris. So, this is where we left the monster last time. Got them sweet glowing eyeballs in there. Now we just need to bring some fur down to the eyes so it doesn't look like, I don't know. It looks better. It will look better anyway. So, I have all the fur right here. So, it is now my job to find out. Oh, this is from when I patterned his face. I need to find out which direction the fur points. So it looks like it goes down. So when you come up like that, it doesn't want to go that way, but if you go down, it wants to go that way. So we're gonna try to get this set up and figure out how big a piece we need to cover the spots above his eyes. So it'll probably look, actually, let's start with this, and I can base the rest of it. God, that's a big piece of fur. Oh, I got all these scraps too, so that'll help. If I can get it open. There we go. Yeah, so I think between these two, I can figure out how much I need, or what size I need to go above his eyes. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to do I don't know what to call it, but like the lining that goes around the eyes. If you look at your dog, their fur doesn't just come down on top of their eyelid. There's like a black, I don't know, bit of skin around their eye, I guess. So I'm going to try to replicate that as best I can. And we'll go from there. I'll come back to you when I got these pieces and sizes all figured out and cut out, and we'll go from there. Alright, so laying this over the void above his eye, I was kind of able to sketch out as best I can the size that I need. So I'm going to sketch this on the back of a piece of fur, and we'll get it cut out and we'll go from there. Alright, so got the patterns laid out on the fur, and make sure you label them left and right so it doesn't end up looking goofy once you get them on there. So I'm going to get these cut out. Weird thing about this, well, any kind of fur really, is if you use scissors, you're going to end up with a giant mess because you're cutting through all of the fur fibers along with the backing. So if you just use an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, it'll be a lot cleaner and there'll be a lot less fur pieces everywhere. So it's just something I learned when I started out doing this. Alright, so now we have a right eyebrow covered, well, not an eyebrow, I guess it's an eyebrow, anyway, and a left piece. So obviously the fur on the forehead is a lot shorter and say like the fur that's up here. So like my finger almost disappears in how deep that fur is, how long it is. This is pretty short. So what I'm going to do to try to match this as best as I can to what's already on there is I'm going to glue these on there, and then I am going to, did I mess that up? I feel like I messed that up. Oh no, let's just fold it up. Okay. This is why you gotta pay attention to the direction that the fur goes, because if you don't, it looks ridiculous. So it'll look kind of like that. And like I said, it looks kind of goofy right now, but I'll darken it in and trim it so it matches the rest. So, but that's kind of a better idea of how it's gonna look. So, and then I'll try to fill in some of the spots, like right here there's a big empty spot, there's a little spot in there, and then on this side there's a little spot right here, but I think once I get them all trimmed up and get those glued on, it'll be okay. So we'll get this straightened out and let's get to gluing. Alright, so I lined this eye. I'm surprised it actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. So now I'm going to put the piece of fur on here. Oh, yep, and just like that, I messed it up. Yeah, well, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to do the other side now, and then I'll get the fur on there. Alright, so now we have both eyes outlined, and I didn't mention it before, but the stuff that I'm using for that is this roll of, like, I don't know what it's supposed to be used for, but it's like it has an adhesive backside and it's like suede kind of. But anyway, that's what I've been. I just cut strips of it and put it on there. So now I'm gonna work on attaching extra fur and more fur. So that way it looks only a little goofy. Alright, let's get this fixed. Alright, so I'm really digging how that turned out. Now we just gotta darken in the fur to make it match the rest and we'll be in business. So I'll get the airbrush fired up and we'll get to painting. So here we go. Just about do it. So here's kind of the end product. Pretty happy with how his face turned out. His eyes look really cool now that they're all properly covered and masked up. The nice thing about painting these after I put them on is I can kind of cover up any of my seams where the two pieces of fur came together, and it's a lot easier to hide that stuff with black paint. You know, the nice thing about an airbrush is that if you get them tuned in right, they can actually be pretty precise with where they spray. But so overall, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So that's about all I got for this one. So for now, I'll end it here. So like I always say, if y'all like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it, get the word out there, get this guy spread around the internet. And as always, have fun, don't die.